Hi everyone, I'm Emmylou, and in today's video, we are going to be checking out the new world Chestnut Ridge, which is the brand new world that comes in the Sims 4 Horse Ranch expansion pack. In this video, we are going to be delving deep into each of the neighborhoods that are in this new world. We're going to be looking at each lot, we're going to be looking at all of the families, reading their descriptions, maybe seeing if there's a little bit of lore. But yeah, I'm really excited. This world is absolutely beautiful, so let's just jump straight in. But first, quickly, a big thank you to the EA Creator Network for granting me early access to the Horse Ranch expansion pack. Now, let's jump in. So, welcome to Chestnut Ridge. This is the new world coming in the Sims 4 Horse Ranch expansion pack. The version of The Sims that I am playing is like a pre-alpha, like early release version of the pack. That's why you see my username like jumping around the screen. So things that I am showing you today may or may not be final, but yes, this is not the final version of the pack, but pretty close to. First of all, I feel like we should jump into the 3 different neighborhoods that we have in Chestnut Ridge. Starting off at the top here, we have our first neighborhood, Galloping Gulch. Galloping Gulch has 3 lots. One of them is a house with a family in them. One of them is an empty starter home, and then the other is a rental lot, but I always end up turning the rental lots into just homes anyway, but there is another house up there. So Galloping Gulch is lauded as one of the go-to regions for horse riding. The Gulch is chock full of gorgeous trails and stunning outlooks. Explore the Gulch's wonder as you honor the noble horses that have passed on Steed's Rest. Explore the perilous, excuse me, username. Go away. Explore the perilous Dreadhorse Caverns or enjoy time under the stars at Saddle Summit Campgrounds. So I guess we should jump into a lot up here and show it off. And I will also show you off like the open area of this neighborhood because this is by far the most beautiful one. But we'll jump into Palmino Junction. It's a residential 50 by 50 lot, but it's a starter home. This would be a really, really good lot if you want to start out on a ranch, but want to start a bit smaller. But this lot is really, really cool. It kind of looks like a little like cabin in the wilderness, but there's definitely everything here like that you would need to start off like a family with a horse. This is what the inside of the house looks like. I really like that the inside is like very much that cabin feel. And then there are a couple of things outside for the horses, as well as like the stable and the hay bale feeder thing. But I really just want to show off the neighborhood that this house is in, because this place is absolutely stunning. I love it so much. So this house is like nestled on top of one of these like cliff areas, and all of these trails that you can see, your horse can ride along all of them. When we visit the other lots in this neighborhood, you'll be able to like see the area a bit better, just because I can't go past the borders, but you can like walk all through here, and these are like little jumps that you can train along as you're walking. If you can see right over in the distance over here, there's like a little rock bridge that you can walk across as well. It's so beautiful to come to this neighborhood and just ride your horse around. So the second lot that we have up here in this neighborhood is the Big Sky Reach, which is the rental lot. It's a really tiny lot, 20 by 15, but I really like 20 by 15 lots sometimes because they are just they're just small enough to build a house on, but they're not too big that you get overwhelmed. I actually haven't seen inside a lot of the houses in this world. I've been to a couple of the community lots, but a lot of these houses I have not looked in. So this is like my first impressions of a lot of these as well, which is really exciting. So this is the rental house. Looks like we have a nice downstairs, very much that same like cabin vibe as the other house, but I really like it. Plenty of beds. We got bunk beds over here in this little bedroom, and then we have another tiny little bedroom up here in the corner, and then also the master suite and another bathroom upstairs. That's a really nice house. I am probably, when I play in this save, like when I play with this with my other packs and everything, I probably will turn this lot into just a residential and move a family in. I like the idea of rental lots. I just don't use them. But this house is situated a little bit higher. So this is the house we were just at. This one is up a little bit higher. So you can see, more of the river and all of the valleys and everything. I think the last house that we're going to see is right over there in the distance. So let's go have a look at that one next. I'm going to keep moving my camera around so that I can show off all of the like descriptions and stuff of people. So don't mind me floating all around the screen. So this is the Gooseman household, which I haven't even read the description or anything of this. So, mentor to Sienna and Umber's mother, this legendary horse champion retired and settled in Galloping Gulch with his trusty steed Duke to live a life of simple pleasures. Don and Duke enjoy the spoils of their hard work in a vast beauty of the Gulch. Oh, I love that. That's very cute. So this is our main guy here, Don Gooseman, and then this is his trusty steed, Duke Goosem. So this is Don's little cabin. It looks very much like the starter cabin, the first house that we looked at. Except he's kind of like spiced it up a little bit, you know, it's got his own flair to it. I'm especially loving the like cow print chair and the radio in front of the fire. That's really cool. Oh, and then he has a picture of someone, a portrait of someone. I wonder if this is a long lost love. But here he is out here, Don, our elder. He looks cool. I like him. So his traits is that he's a loner, loves outdoors, he's a horse lover, and he's also a collector. And then this is his horse, Duke, who looks like a sweetie. But now that I am in live mode, I can kind of like wander around this neighborhood a little bit more and show it off to you guys. So I'm just going to let this play. But down here we have this beautiful waterfall, which this is the bridge that I was talking about before as well. Your Sims can ride across here. I have taken a lot of really cool photos and videos so far of my Sims riding across there with the sunset and the waterfall in the background. It's just like a beautiful spot to take photos. But then up here, you can kind of see there's like a little bit of a campground going on. So we've got like public toilets, more horse training stuff, some fires, and there's also a sleeping bag that comes in this pack. And if you have the sleeping bag in your Sims inventory, they can just like sleep anywhere out here, which is really cool. But yes, all the classic stuff you would expect to see in like an open world area in the Sims. You know, we got frog spots, we got fishing spots. I think there is somewhere to swim here as well. Yes. Okay. It took me a little bit to find it, but it's up next to the second house that we looked at. There's a little path going up here, and oh my God, look at the rainbow and everything. Wow. That's so cute. But there is this beautiful water hole here with like the cascading waterfall. It looks stunning. But your Sims can swim in this water here. But yeah, your Sims can swim here, and then the waterfall goes down even more this way. It's just, so beautiful. There are also some like secret spots in this neighborhood. There is this little cave here tucked behind the trees. I personally have not done this hidden area, and I don't know if there are any other more hidden areas. I just know of this one. But it's like a cave and there's progress and everything. Like, it seems quite in depth. So I'm really keen to check this out and dive more into it. But that is our first neighborhood. Moving on to like the main town area. This is New Appaloosa, which is a really nice callback to The Sims 3. The world that we got in The Sims 3 Pets expansion pack was called Appaloosa Plains. So this feels like a really nice callback to that pack and to all of the horse fans from The Sims 3. The historic New Appaloosa serves as a hub for horse riders, ranchers, and nectar makers. Whether competing at the Hey Now Equestrian Center, enjoying a night out in the dance hall, or savoring nectar with good friends, this old watering hole has something for everyone. So there are a couple of lots here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lots in this area. We will start off with this other little starter home. This is the Cozy Corner House. It's a 20 by 20 lot, so perfect. So before we jump into the house, I do just want to show off this town area. So this big building over in the back is the Equestrian Center. It works pretty much exactly the same as the equestrian center that was in The Sims 3. It's basically a big rabbit hole, and that is where you go and do all of your horse competitions. You can do training in there, like anything horse competition wise is in that building. But this just looks like a little tiny starter house as well. You know, everything that you need, but it's just situated in town. So it kind of depends like what kind of lifestyle you want for your sim. Like, do you want them to live a little bit more out of town, like on their own property? Or do you want them to live a bit closer to town? But this is really nice on the inside. This one is definitely like a lot more of a townhouse compared to the other starter house. The other one was very much a bare bones cabin, whereas this is a little nicer. I like this. I'm always really impressed with all of the builds now, especially the starter homes, because these are all built by simmers. I forget who specifically. If I can find out, I will put them up on the screen now, but definitely go check them out because they've all done an amazing job on all of these builds. And I just remember in the first couple of expansion packs, like looking at the starter houses, they were so sad. Like, you really did just have to like cheat money to even give your sim the chance of kind of like having a nice starting life. But whereas now I feel like the starter houses, now that they're done by actual like simmers and game changers, they feel so much more lively. Like, this feels like a real home. Moving clockwise, this is kind of a new sort of lot. So it's technically classed as a park, but it is very much the place for like where your horses can train. It's perfectly situated next to the equestrian place, so you can very much do all of your training here and then just like jump over to the rabbit hole here and do your competitions. But this is Duke's Hall. It's a 40 by 30 park, and let's jump in so I can show it to you. So this is Duke's Hall. It's a very like a lot more modern than a lot of the other builds that we've seen. But yeah, it's like a nice modern stable. So we've got some hay feeding areas down here. We've got some more inbuilt stables. Just like a nice seating area for your sims to hang out, like a common stairway. And then up here, there's like a little bar and a bathroom and things like that. But then outside, this is where you can do all of your horse training, and then where your horses can also goof off if they've done too much training. So yeah, I really like this. And then there's like the outside barbecue area where your sims can get some food. But yeah, I really like that this is a lot that they have included, because sometimes people don't have like enough simoleons to get the things that they need for their horses. And with how often these items are scattered around the world, it's very like, you don't need to buy the jumps and the barrels for your own home. You can very much just go to this place here, do all of your horse training here and around the world, because I know that there are a bunch of like jumps and barrels and things in the other neighborhoods. But yeah, I love that place. I think that's a really cool build. So our third lot in New Appaloosa is the Rusty Horseshoe. So this is a nightclub, but when this like pack and world and everything refers to a dance hall, this is the dance hall. So this is the Rusty Horseshoe. I have a feeling that we are going to be spending a lot of time at this community lot. This kind of seems to be like where it goes down. This is where the town gets lit. You probably also recognize this build from the trailers. They've been using this build a lot in the trailers. But inside, oh, I love the beams and everything that they've done on the inside. We have this bar area over here. Got the dance floor, of course, lots of seating, somewhere for your sims to cook. There's also, I noticed, there's also the wedding arch out here, which is really cute. Your sims can get like married here and have their wedding reception at the dance hall. That's cute. I want a yeehaw wedding now. And then here we've got some little bathrooms. And then I just noticed there's a ladder upstairs. Oh, okay, cool. So this kind of seems like just like the storeroom. You know, they got lots of nectar upstairs. They got a little chair, that kind of thing. But yeah, I'm really excited to like play with my sims and have like parties here and things like that, because I think this will just be such a really, really fun party spot. So our fourth lot in New Appaloosa is actually our first family here. This is Sienna and Flapjack. As a multiple-time Ultimate Horse Champion winner with her horse, Salt Lake Flapjack, or Flapjack for short, Sienna is happy to share her indigenous wisdom and train horses to become skilled competitors. After her parents passed and her brother took over the family ranch, she began training and competing full-time. She now even runs the Hey Now Equestrian Center, where she serves as an encouraging and knowledgeable mentor for aspiring equestrians. Aw, that's very cute. So Sienna, our sim here, this is the sim that we saw in the trailers, like helping out the other sim who wasn't very good at training horses. So yes, I think Sienna is going to be quite a notable townie in this world. But let's jump into her house because I really like her house. So this is Sienna's house. It's technically called Champions Grove, and it is a 30 by 20 lot. But this looks nice. This is like a really super modern take on a Western kind of home. I like this. But we have our kitchen dining. I love the kitchen dining risen up on this platform. I need to use platforms more often. But we got the living area over here, office, bedroom, and then the horse stable over here. And then lots of things outside. So the barn doors like open the back barn. And then we got the fire over here, table. But this house is so nice. This is a great example of how you can use the items in this pack to build like a super traditional kind of like barn house, or you can build something like a little bit more modern and like a bit stylish. I like it. I am also definitely going to start seeing a trend. So a lot of people build in The Sims using real floor plans, and oftentimes real floor plans have garages built into houses because, you know, cars are a thing in real life. But I have a feeling a lot of people now, well, I mean, I'm going to anyway. I'm definitely going to be like changing the car garages in floor plans to be like inbuilt horse stables. I think that's a good idea because I always just used to fill them with like junk and pretend they were a garage. But I guess now that we have horses, we can make them little horse stables. But now that we are here in Sienna's household, I can show you guys around this neighborhood a little bit more. So unfortunately, a lot of them are just like empty houses. I do wish that they had like some functionality. I don't know, even if you could just like look in the windows, or if there was just something like some kind of rabbit hole, because I really like this area with like the fairy lights and everything, and this area looks beautiful at night as well. But it just feels like I can do something here. I can change my outfits here, but I can't do anything on these other buildings. There is this building here. This is basically like a little grocer kind of place. So you can buy your mini goats and sheep here, and you can also shop for groceries. The groceries and goods here are like catered towards the horse pack. So you'll see more horse and like mini goats and sheep related items in here. And then this is the equestrian center over here. You can come and watch competitions here. You can sell your horses because you can breed horses in this pack. So I assume, you know, you can breed them and then sell the offspring if that's what you want to do. You can come train your horse here as well. And of course you can enter your own competitions. But yeah, that is pretty much everything in the neighborhood. There are a suspicious amount of cars over here though, I will say. There is also this like cute little community area with like some garden beds and things like that. I really like this. This is really cute. I feel like this is just like a complaint, not so much on this pack, but just as the Sims 4 as a whole, that I really think, especially in the last couple of packs, the worlds that they have been building and the areas and stuff have just like, they've taken the next level. Like, they're so beautiful, and like, I think that this is gorgeous. Just the only letdown is just like the lack of anything. Like there's just I feel like there's nothing to do is my problem. My Sims can walk around and like chat with other Sims, but that's about it. I just wish there was something you could do here, you know? So our final lot in the new Appaloosa neighborhood is the Oak Barrel, which is a bar, and it is 30 by 20. Ooh, so this is our bar. I haven't actually been here yet, so this is my my first impressions. This is a lot more modern than what I thought it was going to be, but I really like it. The glass roof is crazy cool. I like that a lot. But if we go down to the first floor, we've got this little like entrance area. Ooh, this is very vibey. Ooh, so we've got like more seating over here, the actual bar here, lots of barrels and lots of nectar around the place. More like comfy seating up here. Oh, and over here up here as well. This would be a really nice place, I imagine, to come and just like taste all of the different nectars. I can imagine a lot of like snooty Sims here, you know, with their wine glasses. But this is cool. I like this. This is the more like fancy place. This is where the fancy Sims go. So our final neighborhood is down the bottom here, and this is Riders Glen. Watched over by the trusty Steed Rock, known as Oi Biscuit to the locals, Riders Glen has been home to generations of ranchers and nectar makers. With open space for ranch animals, ideal conditions for nectar making, and kind neighbors to boot, Riders Glen is a welcome community for all walks of life. So yeah, this is very much like the suburban area of this world, I would say. It's not very suburban, but it's like, you know, green grass. There's a lot of houses here. And this is the best place to, I would say, have a ranch. This lot up here, we'll check this one out first, is a 64 by 64 lot, which is awesome. I was really hoping that we would get some 64 by 64 lots because I want to build a big ass ranch. But this is Red Roan Field, and let's jump on in. So this is Red Roan Field. There's not much to show off. It's just an empty lot, but you do get the little like ranch sign at the front here. But I really like the, you know, the surrounding areas. You've got some horse like track jumps to do over here as well. So you could use, I'm definitely going to build on this lot. I'm going to build a big ranch, and I'm going to mix my cottage living and horse ranch expansions like kind of together. And I'm going to have all of the crops from cottage living and then the mini sheeps and goats from the horse ranch pack, and just have like a big farm and the cows and the llamas and chickens and just have everything going on. And because I'm going to have all of that, I feel like even a 64 by 64 lot is not going to be enough room, especially if we also want a horse. So it's kind of good that this like horse stuff is over here. So you don't really have to put it on your lot if you don't want to, which I don't think I will if I build here. So the next little house in this neighborhood is Cantor Cottage, which is a starter home, but it's a little bit more expensive than a starter home. Starter homes are generally 20,000 simoleons, whereas this is 22,000. My save file that I'm playing with at the moment, I have 2 Sims and 2 horses, and I ended up having enough money to move into this house. So if you have a few more Sims, you will be able to afford this. I'm not sure if you just have 1 Sim whether or not you'll be able to move in here. But this is this little house. So we've got like the 2 stables outside with the barrel running thing, a soccer ball for the horses, horse feeders. And then this is the little cabin, which I really like this starter house. It's been really fun to play in. So we have little bathroom, little bedroom, main bedroom, and then the kitchen living area. I ended up taking out all of the kids' furniture and turning this into a nectar making room. And the same like situation goes with this house. Like we do have horse like things on this lot, but there is also the jumper like thing over here. So you don't really need horse things on your lot because there are just so many around the world. But yeah, that's this little house. I really like it. I'm super impressed with all of the starter houses in this pack. So the only other empty lot in Riders Glen is this house here, which is Grapevine Terrace. It's a 30 by 20 lot. It's quite expensive, 89,000 simoleons. I'm going to assume that this is going to be pretty fancy. Oh yeah, okay, this is fancy. I like this. This is like a super nice modern home. I'm loving the courtyard. Oh wow, and then the back area has like this little vineyard as well. What do we got going on here? Oh, lots of grapes. Oh, cool. We've got this nice patio deck area. Okay, let's have a look what's inside. So over here we have the living space, again with like the raised platform or like the sunken living area. I really like that. I'm gonna do that with a lot of these ranch houses. I think is I'm gonna have like the sunken living areas. And we have this really nice kitchen over here, an epic dining room, and then a bedroom downstairs up the front here, and then upstairs we have a kids room over here, a nice like seating area up the top, a bathroom, and then the main bedroom. And then downstairs, like out the back here, this looks like a nectar making room. Oh, this is cool. Okay, I really, really, really like this house. I can imagine like a snooty old couple living here, you know? They've like built an empire off of their nectar making, and now they're just living at large. So we have our final 2 lots down here, which both have families in them. So this is our first family for this neighborhood. This is the nectar making duo. So we have our 2 Sims here. We have Marissa and we have Danny. This duo is working to get their name out into the nectar making scene. Marissa uses her outgoing personality and ambition to network. Danny is a connoisseur who lives for the delicate intricacies of their craft in nectar making. Their relationship can be strained at times, but deep down, they have each other's back. Oh, that's very cute. Let's go see their house. So these are the 2 Sims that live in this house. This is Danny DeVilla. Their traits is that they are a snob, creative, and a foodie. Okay. And then this is Marissa Tracy. Marissa is ambitious, materialistic, and outgoing. Oh, so I went into their friendship panel to see like what the relationship was like between them. And they're sweethearts, which is very cute. And then for some reason, the Sim Marissa here has like a intense hatred for this kid Ren. I don't know what these 2 have done to each other, but they really do not like each other. Oh, okay. And then Marissa also has a really good relationship with this person called Roberto. Whereas Danny does not. Danny has quite a negative relationship with Roberto. So I wonder what the drama is there. But this is their house. This very much looks like a barn converted into a house. I really, really like this. But this is their living area downstairs. They got their kitchen dining over here. Looks like they have like a little rec room over here. They got a couch and a chess table. Upstairs, we have 2 bedrooms and they have a bathroom each. I don't know whose bedroom is whose. Can we tell all by the beds? No, we can't. I'm not sure whose is whose, but anyway, they have a bedroom each. And then out the back, this looks like their nectar making headquarters. So they have their crops growing outside again, their area for their nectar making. A little bar and a sink over here. Oh, that's a cute addition to put in the room. And then it looks like they have a little office over here so they can sell their nectar. Oh, that's very cute. I'm very curious to know who this Roberto person is, because there are a couple of townies in this world that don't have houses, which I will try and find in the Sims manager after we go through all of the lots, but I'm very curious to know about these people. So our final home is the Grove family. And this is like the only household in this town that has like kids. All of the other families are all adults or elders. So we have Umber Grove, we have Juniper Grove, and Wen Grove. And we also have their horses, Luna and Starbright. Umber and Juniper became childhood sweethearts when Umber would serenade Juniper with odes to her equestrian prowess after taking horse riding lessons from his mother. Aww. When Umber's parents passed away, he took on the family ranch to honor his native heritage, and his sister Sienna became the horse trainer in town. Oh, so Sienna that lives up here is Umber's sister. Cool. The son, Ren, has a passion for animals and is training Starbright, the foal of Umber's childhood rescue horse, Luna, all set to sweet, peaceful soundtrack of Umber's odes on the porch. Aww, that's very cute. I'm excited to have a look at their house now. Oh, of course. How could I forget? So this family lives in this like mega mansion. This house is stunning. I'm probably going to say I've left the best for last. I would say that this house is probably my favorite build out of any of the builds in this pack. I love this house. But starting off downstairs, this is the front door over here. We have our living area, a huge dining room, massive kitchen. This house is huge. Got a bathroom downstairs over here, an outside fireplace. Are you kidding? And then upstairs, we have like a little office over here, a bathroom, a kid's room, another bathroom, and then the master suite over in this wing. So these are our Sims here. This is Umber. They are neat, family-oriented, and romantic. And this is his spouse. This is Juniper. Juniper is active, a rancher, and horse lover. And then this is their son, Ren, and he loves the outdoors. And then these are their horsies. So this is Luna, And then this is their foal. This is Starbright. Oh, the foals are so cute. Oh, there is also this these little stables over here, which is pretty cute. So we've had a look at all of the houses in the neighborhood, but we haven't had too much of a look of like the surrounding areas. But this neighborhood is like very much like the same. We've got like a lot of these seating areas, somewhere for your horse to get some water. Lots of trails to ride around on as well as like the beautiful river and all the outside. Ooh, I just noticed though, I really like how this this vineyard house up here, look at the brickwork and everything just before you get up to the house. That's cool. I really like that. That sets that place up to be like a really nice spot to build a vineyard. And then we've got this like central hangout area, more horse training objects around the world, of course. But yeah, this area is very much like sleepy ranch neighborhood. I really like it. Oh, okay. So I thought I was going to be able to find that Roberto person in the manage households bit, but I don't seem to be able to find them. So, because see, I thought they kind of worked like Father Winter, how Father Winter, he is like in this manage household area, but he doesn't have like a house or anything. So I guess this Roberto sim isn't like a townie here, and he doesn't have a house. I don't know. That's interesting. We'll have to talk to him a bit more, because I have a feeling that Roberto sim holds some lore. I think they are going to be kind of like significant in figuring out what's going on in this town, and because I think he's a little weird. I'm sure he's got some things to say. But that is the beautiful world of Chestnut Ridge. I have been having so much fun playing in this world. Like, I think it's just perfect for horses. But even if you don't want to play with horses, I feel like that this is a really, really fun world to build in. Specifically down in this area here, I feel like that you can build some really nice, like big, homey houses down here. But yeah, those are all of the lots and neighborhoods and families that are coming in the Sims 4 Horse Ranch expansion. But let me know in the comments down below what your favorite lot was, what your favorite build was. I'm really curious to see like which ones people are gonna like. Again, a big thank you to EA for giving me early access to the Horse Ranch expansion pack. If you guys want to see more about the Horse Ranch expansion pack, I have a bunch of other videos on my channel. I have one going through all of the creator sim items, one going through all of the build buy items, and I also have another one about all of the gameplay that comes in this pack. So all the horses, all of the nectar making, everything that is coming in this pack. But thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.